TruVue Podcast.
A bunch of different views.
Your boys keep it real, man. I really like listening to them, man. They funny. Yeah.
Son,
You know what I'm saying?
They really speak their truth.
The hell was that?
you're.
Oh, what it do? What the business is? What it go? It is your boy Mel, and we are back in building again, bringing barbershop to box office. Hey. TruVue Podcast. Oregato.
Yeah. I am -X TruVue Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Alley to my guy.
I'm here. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yep. What he said.
It's gonna be the quickest goddamn intro we got.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah, once again, thanks again for tuning in. Subscribe and join the tribe. This is Grown Man MJ. Let's get it, fellas.
Damn, y'all think they're gonna cancel us like the Jews? Anyway.
Man, twofer.
My bad. Yeah. Hey man, I just
What are you trying to do right now?
hey man,
Where's the goal?
I'm just trying to make it a deadly game of life, like it's supposed to be. Goddamn it, I need these motherfuckers out here. We gonna play these fucking games. Let's play these fucking games. You know what I'm saying? And with that said, I say cheers, motherfucker, to survival. G, we gonna do what we do, and we gonna survive in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be okay.
That's how we get down. Goddamn it.
It's gonna be okay.
Now, what got me off the chain, y'all might ask? Well, this is what I'll tell you. Netflix's original Alice in Borderland. What is that, you might ask? Well, this is what I'll tell you. Arisu.
Oh wow.
Man, without much money or luck.
Arisu, do it.
There we go.
Oh,
He
it's
is
contagious.
unemployed currently as well. Out of the blue, a blinding light engulfs him.
It too,
one
Mike. It too.
in whose aftermath the city of Tokyo has lost all its inhabitants.
That's a
Save
big deal.
Arisu and two friends. This is a dangerous and potentially fatal game of survival, now in which they are forced to take part of and not bring dishonor. I added the dishonor part because I thought
It felt natural.
it felt
I'm not gonna lie.
right. You know, I felt it, man.
It felt right. I'm not gonna lie. That was actually pretty good.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. It's a hidden. I thought it was a hidden gem on Netflix. Yeah, man. Let's talk about it, man. Let's dive into it. Currently, Alice in Borderland has 2 seasons. Let's break it down, man. Let's break down.
I thought both seasons were perfectly paced.
Okay.
Like, I think one of the things I liked about the first season was that it focused a lot on the games. Like, the characters and their backstory was kind of like a second nature because I think eventually it kind of like built out into the natural like leaders who they were going to be, like who was going to be the natural main character. That kind of seemed to just happen as a result of the game. You see what I'm saying? Is as opposed to it being written, it was like the game, because they focused so much on the game, it was almost like the final like main cast, if you will, were resulted from like the results of the game, kind of.
No,
But that's what I
read them. I thought they kind of wrote them like that.
Yeah, no, I get that, but what
You saying
Okay.
just how it came off?
I just kind of like how it came off was
like
like
natural selection.
Exactly. Like the
Okay.
games were so big in the first season. Pause, but like, yeah. So I liked how they focused more on the games in the first season, and then they built out the characters in the second season, and then in the second season, I don't know if any other show could do this, but I really enjoyed the fact that they didn't use every character in every episode, and so the backstories were able to like get through quicker, and none of them felt drawn out. And I think that was because they, like I said, they didn't use everybody every single episode. They kind of like focused primarily, and then they started matching the games to the characters that were in the episodes, and I thought it just all kind of like blended even more. So yeah.
That's a good take, man. I thought it was the first season was more um they were all inclusive games and they were weeding out the weak and seeing who's the stronger characters into. In the second game or the second season, the games were more you pick and choose what your strength is, because we're trying to everybody was more so working together. It wasn't just a solo mission like it was in the first season, which I enjoyed. That difference, because in that first one it's just like anything goes, like we just trying to survive. I'm worried about me and mine. But on this one, it's like, look, man, we got to take these motherfuckers out so we can find out what the fuck is going on with this goddamn game and why we got all these goddamn cards going on in this motherfucker. So
Yeah, and I think that's what I'm saying is like somehow they were able to balance it perfectly in the second season, because when you don't really develop the characters completely in the first one, if you got the people what's bringing everyone to the second season is the games, right? Because we don't really know the characters yet. So then when you fall into the second season, it's like, oh man, I don't know. I lost my train of thought, so never mind. My bad.
Okay.
goddamn, you all right, man?
I just lost my like.
Did you see a flash light
Put
somewhere?
your
You
arms
saw a
up.
flash
Put your
light?
arms up. Put your arms up.
Let's put his arms up.
He saw a flash light. Man, that motherfucker got zapped into the motherfucking game. He's like, ah, shit.
Nah, I can see the eyes glazing over, so I figured it's not worth it.
No, I think what you were trying to say in the second season that they got away from the focus on the game, because it was a couple like montages where they were going through the games in the second season.
Yeah.
And in the first season, you didn't get a montage like that, I don't think, until the end of the season when they got to the beach.
Right.
So in the second season, they kind of sped through a lot of the games until they got to games where they were playing almost individually that fit the personality that they built through the episodes, through the back
to the game,
going back up to the game. I get what you're saying on that.
Yeah.
That's a good take. But for me, I was more intrigued with the games though. I really was, because I felt like in the games you got more character development within, of how they went about going about playing the game, using the other people, the teamwork, all of that stuff. I felt like you got a lot more of the character development there. The backstories were helpful to a degree, but with the wrap up, it made the backstory seem like, how could you be doing that? How could you also be doing that also? But then at the same time, I was taking those characters for their own with the wrap up at the same time too, and not imaginary. You know what I'm saying? And they were all going through the same fight for real. The ones in the first season, like Lamel said, were the weaker ones that died off when the altercation occurred.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Those were the ones that died off in the area. Now, second season, you see how they were a little bit more tight knit and would leave and go away and leave and come, like that. I felt like that was. I thought that was
because they couldn't stay as close.
No, I thought that the second season was them being transported to where they ended up at the end of that second season.
I said that second season is you got your group now that like, all right, these motherfuckers are survivors. Like I know
the end of the second season wrapped up so well for me.
Yeah.
That it tied so much things together throughout the second season. I almost was like the first season was better, but that second season, the end of it really put it above and made the whole thing complete.
Yeah, like I enjoyed it as like a collective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
To me,
yeah.
it's not no
You have
it's
to.
not
You
no
have to.
season one, season two. It's a collective because that
That's
getting
a,
my attention. Like I was real skeptical even going in. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the name. I didn't watch the synopsis, anything like that. I didn't nope, I'm good. I don't want to watch it. You know what I'm saying? So I went
So what made you
ahead. I
watch it? Let
started.
me ask you that.
I was sitting around the house, and I didn't have anything to watch,
He said,
and
"What's
it'll
up?"
be bogus to watch it. And it'll be bogus to watch anything else. Like the pod is doing this, and I'm happy I turned it on because like in the beginning, like Mike said, like the games got my attention, but also I started seeing the character development, like what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? I got invested into the character. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew this guy was the main character, but the way they made him made me care about him,
He was a
what's
fuck up.
going on with him. Yeah,
Yeah, he was a
yeah,
total
but he
fuck up, but he was
but
good
he
at
was in
the
his
make.
element.
Yeah, he was good at the make.
Everybody seen the greatness in him.
But him,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Until it was time.
my G, episode 3. Whoo,
which one? Which season?
the neck collar, season 1.
Okay.
Oh, his friends.
The game of hearts. God damn it, I've never been. I don't. That hit me emotionally. I was like, God damn, man,
Yeah.
this the beginning of the shit, dog. Like how
Yeah,
y'all,
I was
I'm
I
like
was
I'm
shocked
like
at that. I was really
I'm like they
shocked at
going already?
dog. That they did a phenomenal goddamn job with that because it's like very rarely. Number one, very rarely are you able to shock me with a lot of this stuff. That was
Hmm.
shocking. That hit me like I was like I felt emotional about it. Like God damn man, I'm his boy. That's his boys. That's his crew. That's who we get through these games with. You, God damn, episode 3. And that's what
Took away his support system. Like, damn, nigga, give me
dog.
that.
So then like I understood when the
Yeah, but they
character.
took away two of his boys and gave him one badass woman.
Yeah, but he didn't respect that at first, which I understood too. I'm like, yeah, nah, I want my guys that I know I'm gonna get through this. I don't know nothing about this heifer. God damn it, I'm trying to survive. God damn it, now I got
The minute she would have made me that rabbit stew, I was hooked. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
she out
You
there
do.
hunting
You cook me some
rabbits.
food. I'm like, all right, they wouldn't make
She
me
got me.
rabbit stew.
I don't know. She don't look like she cleaned the rabbit first.
Hey,
I ain't seen no vinegar, no
Yeah,
lime,
okay.
or nothing being
in
used.
a moment like that, G, shit.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
I'm like, shit.
Even when you used to roast pigeon, you clean the pigeon before you eat it.
I never ate pigeon.
Alleged. No, I'm not saying.
Never had that, Jay. I don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
What you talking about?
Just,
Nah,
Never
man.
had a pheasant.
I love the camaraderie they had, and then to take that away from them, I love that emotional roller coaster that they took them through, and just watching the rise and fall, and then the rise again, was it was a good watch. It was very easy for me to binge this. This was an extremely bingeable show for me. So yeah, I don't know how like comparing like it again. Like it's hard. It's very hard to compare the season 1 to season 2 because I feel like they went together so well. They were like
Yeah.
they pieced together. Like I was just looking at the growth of the characters in season 2. Like I was watching them grow in season 1, and then the continued growth of the characters and them becoming their own people, their identities really standing out, and you get to see their strengths and stuff with the games and stuff that they were picking and the gameplay. It was just awesome. Up until that final fight between everybody. That's where I was just kind of like, my man got popped in the skull.
But Mel, at the same time, as a fan, I became a fan. At the same time, as a fan, I was just like, this is what I wanted to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this made it fun. You know what I'm saying? like
it was my only.
It was some incredible shit going on.
It was
the whole series. It was some incredible shit
happening. And
like the way they was dodging these bullets was crazy to me.
but my man,
Crazy.
he got popped point blank, blood everywhere, and then he just get up like they shit. I was like, what the? Come on, man.
What about one-legged shorty? She got choppered up,
Yeah.
and somehow she was able to crawl to. I don't know. My man done traveled.
Hey,
We
look,
know he done traveled. He left her.
but look, I know that's realistic because she was fainting. Shorty wanted it bad from somebody. She didn't care. So she was.
No, G, you got to understand what that was. She was remember when she was explaining her story of how she got to that point, and she said I had to give up something when she had crawled through all of that stadium, hallucinated, saw her mom, then ducked off into the hospital. I don't know what hospital she was at. I don't know what last doctor on earth that was, but homeboy was like,
that was a realistic.
You got something wrong with that leg, girl. You're gonna need some work on that leg. And he was like,
all he was missing was the lick. He need to lick his lips real quick, like, yeah, you gonna do something?
Nah, bro, that was wild hunters, dog. I was like, yo, why would they even have to write this in?
Hey, but I understood it.
But it made me connect.
To understand the times.
No, I understood that connection right there made me connect to why she wanted to give it away. When it's taken from you, then you get into a trauma effect where you want to give it away, and that's how most of them is created. You see what I'm saying,
man? But that's why I understood her crawling through all this. She was thirsty. Because you see, she was trying to get homeboy while he was still out, like just trying to.
A gunny looking ass.
A goony goo goo, goddamn it. Oh,
even his character, I enjoyed his character.
Oh yeah, I love.
You know what I'm saying
too.
Like I don't know, like it was some crazy shit happening on here, but at the same time, I was like happy that it was happening. I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? And this season one and season two just accompanied. I think we can credit that is to that tie up at the end of season 2. Yes. It just put a bow on everything. So yeah.
Yeah, man. How'd you feel about season 1 versus season 2, Zoe?
I'll say this. I didn't get a chance to finish season 2. But I did see some elevation in the creativity to me with the games on season 2. The dialogue of the story having a bit more emotion, I'll say.
Yo, son.
Wow.
We good. Keep going.
Oh yeah, you good? No, you good.
Did I do something?
Take
what
the
happened?
mic your nose. Take the mic.
Yeah, you got the mic right by your nose.
No, I thought it was up here. I thought it was up here.
No, bro, I can hear the dust whisking past and everything. You know, big ass in the hill.
I can tell you how many nose hairs you got right now.
Okay, is this better? Is this better? Is this better?
Go ahead. So.
Is this better?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
But yeah,
brother can't even breathe in there, bro.
Yeah, I will say I am gonna finish this out. Just hearing y'all talk about the joint. But yeah, I think season 1 was pretty good. I'll say it captured my attention. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really too thrilled to go into watching this joint. Especially after, we done covered, joints that's similar to this. And I'm like, damn, okay. You know what I'm saying? And it came with a little plot twist to this shit.
Yeah.
Now, to that point, though, I think after coming off of Squid Game and coming into something like this, season 1 does a good job of captivating you. And season 2 makes it easier to kind of even accept the backstories and dive into the backstories and go further with the series.
So
go ahead.
It's the drama.
No. So I wanted to, because I obviously, once this came down, my wife saw me watching this and she was like, "Oh, so this is like Squid Games," and I was like, "Holy shit, yeah, you're right." So once she pointed that out to me, I kept wondering like, why is this? Because I was like, yeah, it's like Squid Games in the sense of there's games and there's life and death stakes, but that's where it ends and begins for me. You see what I'm saying? So it's like outside of that, there's nothing in common with them, and I think for me but I couldn't put my finger on like why it was still so different in my mind. And then
Childlike games though, childhood. Like
child
I was
and
gonna
is
say, was
both of
Squid
them
Games Korean or Japanese?
no
Korean. It was Korean.
Yeah, and this one's
Squid Games was and this was Japanese.
yeah.
But what it came down to me for was the fact that like life or death, Squid Games was a choice and there was a greed motivator or amplifier behind it because you did win all the money. Like at the end of the day, you could look into the fact of the money you were going to win to press on. Whereas
You
with
fighting for
Alice in
time on your life.
Borderland, it's life. Like it's legitimately like I'm doing this to live. Without this, there is no, and I wasn't. It wasn't by choice. You were just brought here. You see what I'm saying? Like I didn't choose to play a guy in the subway. I just saw some fireworks, and the next thing I know, I'm running for my life. So the stakes to me were way higher in
Borderland.
Alice in Borderland, and to me, I'm going like this is definitely revisionist history, and it's probably because I just watched Alice in Borderland, but I don't know if like I feel like Alice in Borderland hits harder for me because it doesn't have that social media FOMO aspect of it, because I didn't know about it it wasn't on my feed, it wasn't everybody wasn't talking about it. I was pushed towards Squid Game. You see what I'm saying? So expectations were already high, and then they were met. So there was nothing. This one, I go in not like thinking like this is going to be another bullshit, and then the next thing you know, I'm looking at the last episode of season 1 to see how many more minutes are left in it because I'm like, you can't be over yet. You can't be over yet. Like you see what I'm saying? And to me, it's like I don't know how much of the social media presence and the fact that it was what everybody was talking about. I don't want to. You know what? That's taking away from Squid Game, and I'm not gonna do that.
You don't want.
I just want with this one, it was just. I thought it was just dope how they did that. Made it so that the stakes are how they amplified the stakes in the simplest of way, without making it cheesy too, man.
They did that shit through the games though. Which
game?
I want to pose this question: which one of these games do you think would have taken y'all out?
Tag.
I'm Husky B. I can't be running up them stairs. You know? Like just, get a Charlie horse in the right leg. It would have been over for me.
I think
that's Tommy.
Maybe some other stuff.
You know what?
I think
Tag I could have hid. I think I could have hid because like the way the doctor character did, but the one with the acid ain't no way in hell.
The one that might have fucked me up was the endurance one, nigga. I got asthma, dog, and I running all the way down that thing, and then that water comes flooding through.
Make it
would have been a wrap.
Like, hold on, motherfucker got the jet.
Hey, I would have been buddy on the bus, bro. Y'all go ahead.
You got it.
What I didn't understand is why he didn't just crawl into a car or something, like try and hide out at least. Like you just gonna sit there,
like,
just like, man, fuck
that. That broken promise he made with this shit. I'm not gonna just sit around and just let death happen. Came back, that nigga at the back of the bus, moping like a bitch.
He had his leg cocked up though. That was the part that got me. He was like, "Oh, what? Oh shit! Somebody coming? Oh shit!"
Right. Oh man,
but he made the right choice.
All along.
Like, God damn.
And then
holy mother.
I definitely say the one with they put the card, the suit on the back of your neck, and you had to trust somebody else to tell you.
Nah, I think that would have been the easiest one for me.
No, because like you got to think about it. He went into that by himself. He didn't have nobody to go in there with.
Oh yeah. No, I'm thinking like, oh, it's just me, like the three of us. We just team up on. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it
You know,
wasn't
you're
that.
right.
It wasn't that. God damn it! I was like,
That
damn.
might have been. Do you think you would have been able to like? You would have died because you couldn't trust somebody, or because you trust the wrong person?
Because it's hard as hell for me to trust people like off.
I would have heard that first explosion, been like, "Oh my god,
damn,
what the fuck?"
Oh god, shit just got real. Shit just got real.
And then I'm gonna remember who it is and who was hanging out with him before and shit. Like, fuck from around me, man.
Man,
Get this albino ass elf out here reading and decoding people and shit.
He did look like that. He did look like this Lord of the Rings looking motherfucker
from Narnia and shit.
Oh,
out here just blending in amongst the folks.
One thing I learned from that game is like human nature is so predictable at times. Like it played out exactly how you would see. It's like this, like once the trust was broken at any point during the game, it can never be restored at ever. Like it's just broken. Like even if they had done that like 5 months down the line was the first explosion, and me and you've been rocking those whole 5 months. Now there's no that trust. They broke their trust over here, but it's also broken between me and you. Like that shit was just bugged out to me, and then that to me like led me down a whole nother rabbit hole. Like
I like that element in all the games, honestly.
It was always them heart games that fucked me up.
Even the one well, I can't remember what she was the queen of, but she was they were playing that tag game, and she was like, "You finna die here with this."
Oh
little
yeah,
boy. Like,
yeah,
they finna kill the
boy.
little boy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they finna off this little nigga.
I think that was a club game. I think that was a club because you got to be a team.
Right. And I'm like, and how many days did they get on the visa for that? Because they just kind of abandoned him after
Whatever
that.
the face part was. I think
the second season, the visa really didn't seem that important, huh?
It was just like weird.
We finna get the fuck out of here. Everybody was concerned with getting the fuck out of here. Yeah.
But yeah, and then 10 days a game because of the face cards.
And plus,
because
like,
Anne went camping for a minute, she went hiking for a hot second, and she didn't participate in any games.
Yeah,
and I was like, did she just have him on deck?
Because now I think per Queen King Jack, it was 10. So she had 10 days.
I have to say, that King of Spades was with the business.
No, bro. Call of Duty boss like a motherfucker.
Yo, he was with the business.
The car scene is my favorite. When he popped them in the car, bro, that shit was wickedness. Because I'm looking at it like
top of that car like Spawn, dog.
Brethren,
I would be looking at the blimps though. Like that's all I'm gonna do. Oh shit!
That's all I was like. You gotta wait for that blimp to fall. Shit.
We got the dip. We got the blimp coming. Dog, the blimp is.
We got a head start. That nigga's a monster.
Golly.
You know what? Honestly, though, like I didn't understand why I felt like the Queen of Hearts is probably. At first, I didn't understand like why she was left in the order of the games or whatever. But
you gotta think the King of Spades was the first one they ran into, so it wasn't like he was supposed to be the last. He was actually there to wipe out as many people as possible.
Yeah. But I thought her game and let me say this.
Well, before you say that, they did do a very good job of explaining why each person, because the bosses got to pick their games and the meaning behind their games. So you seen that the King of Spades was his whole thing. He's killing these people because he thought that was the only way that he can help them because there is no way out.
Yeah. So let me end your suffering.
Yeah. So he thought he was helping.
And then like for me, minus him back in the cheeks out because that's just really weird. Like was when the team like I did not need none of that shit, blood. Like the scene where homeboy just showed up and was like, "Clothes are whatever." Like,
Oh
he
boy,
was in
yeah,
news.
yeah. In the he talked about the trailer guy.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
those that
about
so that group made me think I had the series figured out. And then I realized there's like 5 more episodes. How about I chill?
Dog,
But
I know you was pausing through all of that
the
shit.
whole
Son.
shit. I was just like every time like I'm just like, but why? Like and then it was uncomfortable like the D'Angelo video because it's like the camera angle. I'm like, so
You got to give shout out to the cameraman through them episodes. You do.
props
you
to
got to
you.
give credence.
But no, I thought that scene, that episode, and that game in particular made me think that like, oh, so you just gotta pick a team and ride out to the end. But nah, it's not that. It turned out it wasn't the situation, and I don't feel like that's a spoiler. But to me, that made me look at like immediately made me think about like what Arisu had to give up in season 1. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been rocking for the entirety of the game, and it's like if anybody, and that's why like they were fine with how it went down because they were like, well, we wouldn't have even made it this far if it wasn't for him. But then I'm looking at him like, holy shit, this is what Irisu could have been if with his boys. Like this is how that could have this is an alternate reality, which for a very brief moment made me think that each character was an alternate reality of a
Oh damn, you went
of a of a like a oh my god, the face cards.
Oh, got you.
You see what I'm saying? Like they were like the prelude or preclude, like they were fighting against themselves ultimately, because you saw each of them in the it was a very brief moment. Like I said, I was
In the beginning of the series, you saw
and
everybody.
yeah. So,
But we didn't realize we saw them there until the end when they recapped and replayed the beginning again.
Yeah,
no, I'm saying like
any of y'all have a favorite character?
I have a few, man. I think
I
I
was gonna
like
say, it's a bunch
the character with that always had his hand in his pocket. Let me get his name.
The character who always had his hand in his pocket.
The doctor.
Yeah, talking about the
I'm gonna
doctor.
say
The elf.
Shintaro.
Shintaro. So I thought he was dope. I liked
the emo,
Arisu.
the little emo guy.
I got you.
I liked I liked him. I liked Arisu. I liked Kiana or
The cat.
Kiuna. Oh my god, Harisu's girl. I liked her, and I also
that was
liked
Ugasi or what?
yeah, and then I also liked Akini. Oh wait, maybe it is Akini.
Because is it Yuzaha or Yuzuha? Wasn't she the Hishi? Or supposed to be the
Don't do that.
training man?
Yes,
That,
you're
that
right.
was I thought her name started with a K. I thought.
Oh,
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no, I liked. Oh my god, this is good. I sound horrible. I liked a lot of the characters. I won't be disrespectful and mess up their
Butcher their
names.
name.
Butcher their names. I won't do that. But I enjoyed a lot of the characters in the film. All the entire main cast for actually.
I will say I really enjoyed how they went about checking the box for the trans.
We don't need to discuss that. I mean, I didn't even. It was so.
Yeah, we do.
Secondary,
Yes,
like
we
it
do.
was such.
No, it was
I mean, they put it in there. They put it in there.
No, that was checkbox appropriation, guys. That's
like,
what
I don't
was.
think that was
Yeah.
Come on, what do you mean?
I mean,
we talk about it. We bring it up all the time in these American movies and stuff. How they're doing the shit wrong. I enjoyed, and this was tasteful how they did it. They was like, I mean, it helped with the character because you see how I don't remember her name. I don't remember which one she was. Is it Kuyuni?
Yeah, it was Kiuna. Kuina. Kuina. Yeah.
Keep this motherfucker.
I can't.
I enjoyed how that helped explain how she was able to stand up and fight a lot with the guys who were definitely stronger and bigger than she was, but it helped to have that background story and stuff.
Yeah, give an explanation to it.
And she was kicking dudes and everything in
Shit.
this. Like it was, yeah. I enjoyed that, and again, it was tastefully done. You let a woman go ahead and play it, and kudos.
I felt like this series altogether was, as Jay mentioned, was really dope as far as how you got into the characters, and I like how they also took the characters and did a lot of AI work with them, like or CGI type shit with them. It seemed like a lot of times you would get them in like a computer graphics scene, like even in that acid scene, I would get, it seemed like they were computer generated a lot.
So to me, Alice in Wonderland is based on an Avatar. Not an Avatar. What's those movie? What are those shows called that you guys like Pokemon, but like higher stakes?
Anime?
Chinese? What is it? Anime? Yes.
Okay.
Alice in Borderland is based on an anime, and it looked like it was based on an anime. If I'm looking at,
I don't know because the anime just came out on it. I thought.
Okay, I don't know which came first, but when I'm watching the movie or when I'm watching the series,
I can check that up.
I'm certain camera angles, Mike, look like it's straight out of a video game. Like it's
right.
Human movement don't move that fast. You see what I'm saying? Like
right there, Jay. I thought that was only because they were trying to tie it in with the main character, the fact that he was a video game head and the fact that he was always involved in video games, that they pulled those angles and stuff out of there to make it more like a video game for you, so you can maneuver through the game, or to make him feel natural in the fact that he got put in a situation and he has to figure out how to get out of the games, so to speak.
I mean, I'm specifically talking about the tag game, the tag episode where they're running up the stairs and cutting sharp angles, right? And right then and there, I'm just like, there's no camera angle or camera work that can jet up the stairs this fast, and like, it's just, to me, it look, well, maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
No, you might. You might be right.
Yeah.
But I was just saying, just from that very first game off jump, when they got put in there with the rooms and stuff, they were already making the correlation with him in video games.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, he was going to be the mastermind of all of it. We saw that early, and his boy gave him that prop.
Over here, and then I looked at the map without looking at the map, and then I was like, oh, this motherfucker Rain Man his way about this bitch.
I obviously had some technical difficulties in the beginning, but I don't know if you guys touched on this. What did you guys think of how they implemented nature into the series? Like when they decided to introduce animals and like the foliage that was taking over. Because I mean, at one point they started to I remember the croquet game. Mm-hmm. She started even using that in her bullshit explanation, right? Like, well, and that's why the things are overgrown so much, and yada yada yada. I thought that when they chose to bring in the animals, I thought it was perfectly timed too. No, and they weren't overly used, because I think they can be a cop out in situations like this. Because obviously the wild comes back to the city when everybody goes to sleep.
No, well, niggas is running from that Jaguar or that Black Panther, whatever it is.
Yeah, I stood up and was like, "Yeah, fucker, let's go."
That shit had me like, I don't know why, but that shit had me on the couch like, no, run, like jumping my damn self, like run, motherfucker, run, like.
No, man, and I enjoyed that part of it. I enjoyed the fact that they gave me a very tasteful love story in this as well. You watch them grow, you watch them fight, you watch them separate, you watch them come back together. It was just a natural progression of a love story that I enjoyed the shit out of it.
All right, hold on a second. Let's have this conversation, okay? because you gonna tell me, son, I done saved your life. We've been rocking
They've been saving
and
each other's life though.
each other. Yeah. But whatever. Right. And we've been rocking, and everything's been good. And we finally see this quote, the hot spring. We gonna talk about that later. But that nasty shit, and you about to just jump off in here, and I gotta go on the other side. Like we just like after everything that's been going down, and we
Yeah,
could
man,
die
you
at
can't
any
just-
moment.
he got the draws. Them elephants built was bearing witness.
The
That's what they
elephant,
was showing.
the elephant had to
Up
play.
until he saw that
had
eye.
to-
When he saw
No,
that
no, no,
eye
no.
looking.
No, they
The
Yeah,
elephant-
that was weird. That was weird to me. That was
Mike,
very
the
He
weird.
got
elephants
to them
had to
skins. I
play.
think he got to them skins.
Nah,
The
he cracked them cheeks.
Hold on again, guys. You're not listening to me. The
I don't
elephant
think
had
he
to play
cracked. I don't think
wingman.
he cracked.
The elephants
He
had to play
cracked that fortune
wingman.
cookie wide open. What? Wait, what?
Wow, what the fuck?
Wow.
We can move forward.
Wow.
I think that's
All right, Jay.
unnecessary.
This is what you call it? Is it manga or manga?
Manga.
Manga?
Yeah.
It's manga. It's a
Yeah,
manga
yeah.
series from that went from 2010 to 2015.
Oh, really?
Oh,
in the
yeah.
magazine.
Okay.
Because
And then they did a
Manga is a little
three,
different.
they did a 3-episode animation back in 2014 to 2015. Too,
Okay.
so, yeah, it does.
when I was on YouTube looking, I kept seeing flashes of like the tag scene, like with them running up the stairs. It looked exactly the same shit. And the doctor character that with the long hair that always had his hand in his pocket, he was in the same setup on the top row, looking down at everybody. So yeah, no.
Hey. They was beating the hell out that nigga with that horse head. I was like, is this supposed to be like, is this his head? Because that motherfucker was not coming off.
No, that was,
You know what I'm
it
saying?
just was cushioning those blows. He was taking some hella blows.
Yeah.
Cushion,
Oh,
Well, we don't know where
was
they were
talking about-
punching because it's not like he's got a snout that long or a nose that long. Like,
you gotta aim for
You
the
know?
throat. That's what
yeah,
you gotta do.
yeah. But then you're hitting the bomb, so
Hey,
punching the bomb.
A noogie was punching the hell out of my man.
Oh yeah,
This nigga said a noogie.
A noogie, a nugget. What's
I
the
knew what
name?
he was talking about.
a goonie.
A
A
goonie.
goonie.
A goonie.
Yeah.
A goonie.
A goonie was like what I didn't understand is
Yeah,
like
like noogie.
hey. You want to hear something stupid? You want to hear something stupid?
Let's go.
When he said it, I thought like somebody was giving the guy in the horse head a noogie. Like, so I realized.
Put him on that head, huh?
Yeah.
No, man.
Mike, don't look at me like that. Don't be disappointed. It's been 3 years, motherfucker. All right, you know what you get. Let's move forward. Like, don't look like that. Oh God, I forgot the question I had now.
So now let me ask you this: knowing how it wrapped up, how convenient is that to find love in that situation? You know what I'm saying?
So
I mean,
I
I
was thinking about that too, Mike. A lot of trauma bonds.
Yeah.
Trauma bonds are real.
Yes, they
Like these motherfuckers was in love because of what they went through. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Not even because of who one another was. You know what I'm saying? It was what they went through together. You know what I'm saying? That shit was.
I won't argue against that because that's obviously that's a real thing and like that's very possible. I looked at it as for Arisu, his life before it was moping and just wasting away. And the last thing his friend in his dream, what he envisioned his friends telling him is like, "You thank us by just living your life."
Yeah.
So I felt like
for us.
him going after her and going after that was like was him showing that he's letting go of the Arisu of the past that would probably let the moment pass or like not take advantage of it and just mope, and you could lose everything tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? So I think that was just him carrying over that strength to be able to
because
like.
that motherfucker was like, "Hey, nigga, don't let us die in vain." Shit,
In vain, yeah.
you fucking.
Because his friends really are, like. Yeah.
And the poor girl she was just fucking victim of the. It was too many of them. She couldn't take them all.
Yo.
She took one, but she ain't take them all.
Oh, good.
God damn. Oh, I'm a back.
Yeah.
What game could you have won hands down?
What game could I have won hands down? Damn.
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I probably would have
I think tag.
I think I could
think tag I could have won. I think the one where I think the one where they had to find the little objects and tag the other pole and all that other shit.
I know I could have won the light bulb. I know I could have did that because that's the first thing I was thinking.
What, that it was hot?
No, yeah, like you cut one on with the door closed, and then you open up the door and you flick another switch, and you'll know right away.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I would have been out quick.
That's just electricity. Yeah, especially
what
man. Shit,
I would have been out of here, bro. None of this shit was in my wheelhouse. I'm out.
He said, "No." He said, "I'm gone."
I'm kind of with Hypen. I don't know that I would have. Like I think anyone I survived would have just been pure dumb luck, or like it was something that was really.
He didn't have to lead a light on long though, because he was letting this shit go for way too long. I was like,
yeah,
dog, like.
You know what? I probably could have survived the one when the horse was walking around trying to shoot him and shit.
I could have most definitely won the croquet game.
Oh yeah, the croquet game.
Oh yeah, that just finished 3.
Nah, I'm impatient.
I don't know because when she was talking about like when she started lying and shit, like this is when I was like, this is a good series, because I was like, oh, this is how it's gonna end. You know what I'm saying? Like I believed her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Mike,
I was believing her.
You got to remember that the tea also was like a hallucinogen in itself.
Oh yeah, Mike would have been fine.
Touche. You know what?
I said Mike would have been fine.
I stand corrected.
I would have been a little fucked up, but I think I would have been able to finish the game. Like
because he even explained, she was like, oh, she comes and checks on you all the time because she also lost somebody close.
But do you
honestly, I think the game I would have, the one I know I could have survived is a King of Spades. I definitely could have survived the King of Spades. Wow. That's the one. That's the one I think, because like if you think about it, the blimp tells you where he is. He's got a gun and he's rarely using a silencer.
Yeah, but
once I see the first person, if I'm not the first person shot, I'm surviving. If I'm not, because once you see the first person shot, it's duck, cover, run. Duck, cover, run. Like it's just find shelter, hide him out until he passes you. Because the other thing was he wasn't doubling back in the beginning.
So you're not trying to win the game. You're just gonna stay there.
I'm trying to survive. Like I'm trying. There ain't no winning him. Like somebody else gonna take him out. I'm gonna let one of y'all motherfuckers do the hero work. I'm gonna be chilling over here. Here, like I'll let me.
Hey, the motherfuckers try to run up on him with
you gonna tell me there weren't people? You gonna tell me there weren't people in like other islands that like once they saw his blimp go down, they didn't just chill out until the whole shit. Like I mean. The doctor kid sat by the car the whole time they're up there playing the croquet game.
Yeah, I didn't want that to turn into a time where you done defeated everybody else and all that's left is this motherfucker. So yeah, somebody I'm running out of days. So I'm like, what the fuck? Shit.
Nah, yeah. I'm trying to think. Like the croquet game I would have definitely killed. I would have killed her.
You wouldn't
know what? You know what? Hide and seek. The one with the fox where you gotta like
the wolf.
The wolf and one's the wolf
up
and
everybody else's neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dark in there. That's a good one.
Oh, man.
That's a
good that was good.
Yeah, touche. He definitely winning that one.
He'd
be standing right next to him. Where is this motherfucker at?
Do you think they overused the whole meaning of life and why am I present in the world and all that type of stuff. You think that was overdone in the series at all?
No, I don't think
I honestly think it was just enough.
Yeah, and I mean, like, if you think about it, like, it was, the lessons were different, even and they weren't preachy, and each time the meaning of life, it was different from each game, in each character, and what you had to do. Like, for example, when they were at the beach house, and Shorty someone had to be the witch, right? Someone had to be the witch. She made the choice of whatever. And then you see that again, but you see it from a different aspect with the lawyer and the scales of justice, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's both taking things on, making a move on their terms and in their way, but it's like their approach is different. And then you look at the evolution of Arisu, who is just like a shell of himself after the loss of his parent, but then the loss of his friends change his entire perspective. And I think that's just because of, like, that shows how how youth is wasted on the young, so to speak, because it's easy for him to accept, to mope through life and see when he thinks life is long. You see what I'm saying? When he doesn't realize it can be gone tomorrow, there's no motivation to get your shit together, because his friends are telling him this whole time, get your shit together, you're smart, you could do things. But he can't let himself stop grieving or get over himself enough to move forward. Then you see life can expire at any time, including right now, where you have people your age that are gone, and immediately you see a change in his step, a change in his demeanor. So
yeah, appreciation for life.
Yeah.
What about any other things? Because I do feel like, I definitely feel like it wasn't preachy. Like, it came off good. It came off as a natural.
Do you think there's?
It seemed like it broke out at awkward moments, though. I'm not saying that it was preachy, but it's in times of the series, it seemed like it broke out at awkward moments where they're in the middle of a game or they're in the middle of a fight, and now they got time to break down a whole 4-minute type of, you know what I'm saying?
That was a TV element of it.
Yeah, that was a little bit. That's why I was like saying it was a little bit overdone.
That's where,
because I think the point was made in each time that they did it. I think the point was made and reinstated and reinforced. But it, like Jay said, it was different, but at the same time, it was necessarily the same point as why am I here? What is the reason for existence? Why?
Yeah,
that's what I
why am I living?
I call that shit the Tokyo Drift effect. When they were doing that goddamn,
he doesn't. He just made that up right now.
No, it's the Tokyo Drift effect. It's just in the part of the movie when they were doing the drifting on that long ass ramp, and he had enough time to sit there and have a long ass fucking monologue about life and why he drifts, and he's been drifting as a child. All while these motherfuckers are just drifting around in a circle. He's just sitting around here talking about his fucking life and shit. We're like, dog, is this
talking about Tokyo Drift? Okay,
is this really the fucking time that we want to do this fucking monologue in the middle of a fucking action movie? Do you want to take time away from the goddamn cars going, Skr! Yeah, man, in life.
I don't think it was like that in this, though.
I used to bathe in milk all the time, and it was all.
Oh wow!
It was just like,
I didn't think I saw that here, though. Like,
they did it a couple times, Jay. They did it a couple times, like in the middle of the tag, in the middle of the tag game when she was like trying to, get everybody on their side.
That time
was like, wasting time and shit.
Yeah, like come on, y'all supposed to be running and scattering right now. What's going on?
But here's why I'm saying I don't see that, because under normal circumstances, she would have spent that entire time doing her little pep talk, and then it still be like time for them to now go and run, right? But in this show, she does her pep talk. They lost that turn. Like, there was no time for them to go chase around to try and catch anybody. Her entire time was spent doing that pep talk. So then all she had to do was survive again, and then boom, boom, she was ready to go. So that's why I'm saying, like, I didn't really see, like, what Mel is talking about is
what you're saying.
disrespectful, man.
No,
like,
I get
that
what
shit
you're
was
saying,
a waste of my fucking time, like, so bad. I didn't like at all. Like, that shit is just like that.
That was extremely
that was and corny and cheesy and uncomfortable to watch. I ain't get that. And
that made me stop watching that series. That shit right there.
Yeah, I wish it had. I wish it had. I was like, it can't go out like this. It cannot go out like this.
That's why I say I felt like it was tastefully done within the series and stuff, and I didn't mind it as much because it helped heighten the like the urgency within the game. Like, you're like, all right, man, I gotta win this for everybody. I gotta do this. Except for the tag game. That was the only one where he was like, I gotta figure out a way where everybody can boom, 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 boom. Shit. Fuck.
I'm gonna try and do this without giving away the ending, but like, we've seen a lot of others, like big TV shows, especially a few I know Lamel watched because he you motherfucker. I didn't want to say the name, but I'm just saying
fuck them. You need to say their name every fucking time, because them bitches fucked me over 7 years out of my goddamn life for that bullshit that I knew in the first season. You motherfuckers, fuck y'all, man.
Okay. So what I was gonna say was, like, this is probably the best. The way they ended it, I've seen other series ended and movies ended the same way, and they did it the best out of all of them that I've seen, I think.
Mm-hmm. What love child would y'all get us? I say this is like Upload and Free Guy.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I'll say this is Wally and Booty Call, because Wally was the reason his original world ended, and Homeboy is the reason this whole thing started. And Booty Call, because I just saw them walking hand in hand in the end, and like, it just made me think of Booty Call. And he was
Booty Call, he was chasing the cat the whole time, and
the whole time
it was elusive because there was other distractions that would come along the way.
But then he got it. And what do you think the games were? What do you think the games were?
That's what I'm saying. I just see a little bit. They was playing spades and all that shit.
Well, Wally, you don't see. Wally is the futuristic end of the world situation.
I get where he was trying to go with that. Yeah,
no, I wasn't trying. I got there. Like,
you got there.
Got to the destination, landed.
Yeah, then Wally did have a little. Wally did.
Yeah, you grabbed that motherfucker plane down there, it burned, and there's a lot of debris. I said it was the Running Man meets Ready Player One.
What about? Okay, you guys. What about
This is Tron
Hunger Games
District 9.
Okay,
what was the first one?
Tron.
Okay, yeah.
This is Wreck-It Ralph meets Hunger Games.
Yeah, I can see that.
See it? I'm telling you, I'm right.
I think we did that combination for Squid Games, though.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stop it. Don't do that. You can't even do that. That's not even a thing. Squid Games could be the daddy for this one, but would you think Squid Games made it easier to watch this?
No.
It stood on its own for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Squid Games made it so it popped up in a lot of our searches.
Okay,
like it popped up on, like it definitely popped up on mine for you might.
It's been on my list for season 1 was on my list for probably about 4 or 5 months, 6 months.
Oh my gosh,
maybe longer.
Yeah, I was gonna say it popped up on mine about a year ago or so.
Yeah.
I definitely would have moved past it. I didn't even notice it, honestly.
Yeah, I passed it several times, but I'm happy that I watched it.
Yeah, man. they wrapped this up really good. They
right there. Do you think it's over?
I think that's the best part of it right there.
Do you think
I hope it's over. I hope it's over. I like to wrap up that much that I don't want to spoil it with trying to continue the story for gain of
just
a cult fan base or whatever.
Off of Jay's look, I think we feeling the same. Like I don't mind the wrap up. I love the wrap,
beautiful.
But
okay,
if they come out with one more, I'm definitely watching that motherfucker.
I'm not missing it.
But also, like, all right, let me see where
I think for me, I could take a series, and I can also do. I think this is a perfect setup for ending like how they did Ray Donovan, where it wasn't like another season. They did like a 2-hour movie and just tied up the entire 8 seasons.
I feel like
if they came back.
No,
I understand that, but what I'm seeing, I get picture this, because this is all from the mind of Arisu, right? We fast forward.
Arisu, do it.
We fast forward into the future, and Arisu becomes the Joker, and he's like kind of like the puppet master pulling the strings on a whole different on the actual manifestation of the game, right? Like
I don't want to see this, Jay. I want to see
what.
I want to see the 1,000 years. I want to see the 1,000 years of human history she explained at that table. I want to see that.
Yeah.
I want to see that shit.
So you want a prelude?
That's what that's what it sounds like.
Prelude.
But honestly, if they came back and they did something like a 2-hour movie, just continuing the story, maybe even doing a little bit of backstory, and like, as long as it's not a bunch of like all of them in recovery, and we got to hear them think about what it was like that day the meteor hit. I think I would enjoy that, and I would still enjoy another season. But I don't see 4. So then, what's the point?
Do you think it was that they didn't recognize him, and he only recognized all of them, or what?
I think he only recognized all of them. I don't think anybody would have.
I felt everybody was at the experience that I assume the Borderland to be, the gates of death. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somewhere like that.
Purgatory. Well, not quite purgatory, but like on the cusp. Yeah. I mean, I guess, but they would be having their own story, like homeboy that had the burns, and the doctor guy.
That boy,
he was funny.
He's gonna take it. He don't
care. Oh man. And then, so him
time to live.
Him and the doctor guy, I thought like them being in the same room was kind of interesting, and that was dope. But no, man, I think I could take another series. Pause.
Yeah, I could definitely go for one more if they did it. If not, I'm completely happy and content.
I don't like that tease they did at the end then.
With the Joker?
Yeah. Because what was that? And then like it's almost like a maniacal laugh
throw another
at the
bag.
end.
If Netflix throw another bag, yeah, they gonna come with some more shit. But if they gonna leave it, man, they left on top. I think that's a good way to go.
What do you guys think is more difficult?
Yeah.
Writing a really good. What do you think is more difficult? Writing a really good first season, or writing a follow-up to a really good season?
No, the follow-ups are more difficult. The first season is notoriously easier because it's fresh in your brain. You're coming up with like stuff left and right. When you get that call for that second season, then you're behind the deadline because it can take you years to write the first season.
I don't know.
But when you get that, all right, we need another season. Fucking the timer's on, goddamn. You like, fuck, fucking Let's have blimps. We got blimps all over the fucking place, and we fucking like.
And there's a guy with an AR-15 just murdering people.
He kicking down doors and shit, and we gonna have this one goofy ass motherfucker on top, and she gonna play croquet. Yeah, they ain't gonna see that coming. Fucking, and we gonna put like decks of cards, like all of the suits on the back of their neck. Motherfuckers gonna have to trust, or you not gonna trust. I don't know. Like,
I think that was dope.
That shit was cold. That shit was cold. And you gonna have the very first villain. He gonna be butt ass naked, but he gonna be the only one in his crew that's butt ass naked.
Yeah, why was that necessary? Like, I just don't understand. We didn't see a titty. We didn't see a nipple, not an areola, the whole fucking series. But we got this man's
checkbox appropriation. Checkbox appropriation.
Bro, like, this is so like, why is that necessary? If it wasn't necessary for me to see an areola, all the kicking she doing, all the kicking they doing, like, not an areola, not a titty, not a cheek popped out, but like homeboy's ass crack on TV. What? I don't get the logic, blood.
Just let his flapjacks out, huh?
You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's appropriate.
Your ass up for a second. He paused for that one. It's like, whoa, son, pause. Oh gosh, man. So all in all, I think this is a very good. Let's run it through a little recap recommendation. Rewatchability.
I don't think it has rewatchability, but for me, but I would.
I think it do. Honestly.
Before then,
I'll watch it.
If there's another season, I'll rewatch it. But you know what? Maybe if there's nothing else, no, because I know how it ends, and so I don't really see a lot of rewatchability there. But I definitely would recommend it. And if I recommended it with somebody and they wanted me to watch it with them, I would 100% do so. I thought it was that good.
I'm with you, man. I thought it was excellent. I actually think that it is a high rewatchability because you get to actually, now that I know the ending, I can go back and watch it again and watch that build up and all of the little Easter eggs and things that they were putting in the beginning. It'll make even more sense. Very high recommendation. I ran across this just sure happenstance. I mentioned it to Mike, and he was like, "Well, somebody actually recommended for us to do it." I was like, "Well, we got to do it then, bro." Because I ran across this, and like Mike was saying, like, I hate bringing a lot of this stuff to the group because I do watch a lot of different shit, and I hate forcing that on everybody else if they don't want to watch it and whatnot. But I'm glad we did end up doing this one. This was a very good watch, very well put together, very good writing. Very good graphics, very good everything, man. Kudos.
Yeah, I'm gonna second what you said on that. I'm gonna second what you said there, Mel. That definitely is how I feel about it. Also, with the series in itself, you just gonna sit through and enjoy it. So I think it makes the rewatch even better because knowing the ending, it kind of fills the holes that you had within the story as far as things you were thinking like how is that possible and all of that stuff. So in light of that, I find the rewatch just maybe more something I can take for like enjoyment versus trying to figure out what's going on necessarily. And something like that on the screen is easy to have because of the graphics they use, the special effects. It was like somebody said, "Hey, I got a camera. Let me show you what I could do." Crazy, and that's how I felt with this right here. Like it's a lot of these episodes I could put on and watch anytime. So yeah, easy. Easy recommendation. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was saying, now that you put it like that, like you're saying, just watch the episodes randomly. Matter of fact, you know how we watched that series where you could watch in any order?
Yeah,
I would love, like, I could definitely, if I could do a shuffle on Netflix, I would want to do a shuffle on this. So,
I'll echo the sentiments of my comrades here that I would definitely rewatch this. Recommendation is pretty high for me and whatnot. I probably would take that suggestion more so like what Mike said, just to watch it randomly. You know what I'm saying? But I could watch it in order with someone, like Jay said, if they wanted me to watch it with them. So
Yeah, man, there you have it. There you go. No rename for this, but this did garner a TruVue score of. I'm gonna throw that little slap on the end. Arigato. Yeah, man.
I'm ignoring.
Mel, let me ask you, Mel, because I think you might have liked this more than me. Even though I may have scored it higher, I think you may have. This is definitely in your wheelhouse a lot more than mine because of the anime aspect. What keeps you from giving this a 5?
It was more so a lot of pacing in some of the episodes. Like it felt drawn out.
Season 2 maybe, right? But not season 1.
It was a lot of episodes that were drawn out, and you were getting I know they had to give us the backgrounds and everything in there, but it was just like they gave me the action, and that took up a big chunk of the episode time, and then they felt like they had to give me all this dialogue right behind that to fill it, and they were lulling me because I really felt like I was on a roller coaster where it was some lows in here. You're like, all right, man, come on, hurry up, get through this. Okay, now we back to the action. Then I'm back up, and then they going back to the dialogue again, and I'm back down. Like, come on, bro. And that's the
I think that's why I left my score where it was at. I actually watched a few episodes in Japanese, and that really helps too.
Oh yes,
I don't know if you guys tried that, but that made a difference as well. So it boosted my score a little bit. And what you're saying makes a lot of sense because a lot of times I was like, man, why is this necessary, bro? We heard this already. You know what I'm saying? It was just it was almost like like I said, I wanted to have more games. So it was like you using the storyline to kind of drag this through and make it bigger for a bigger crescendo, which I think works for it.
Definitely did.
But that was the only thing. Like every episode was like jam packed with a lot of different elements, and then it was just one element that was like, come on.
Yeah.
And the head was sinking into the chest, you know what I mean? So I would
but like, I mean,
that's
for
the
me,
only reason I could give it a 5. Because it was too consistent. It was too consistent, Jay. That's the only reason for me.
Okay. I'm not gonna argue over half a point. That we're splitting hairs right there. But yeah, no, I think this was still quality TV.
Fire.
This was quality.
It was definitely fire. So
Netflix has been on a tear lately. I don't know.
They got to if they want to.
I don't know what's going on.
I can't use no goddamn secret goddamn password no more. However, if you log in and you at your house and you go to the other house, then motherfucker, goddamn.
I just like how they quickly. America was like, no. Your shit ain't that good yet.
All right. Y'all gonna get a big surprise. You gonna see motherfuckers be like, fuck them.
I mean, I don't see people leaving Netflix like that. Like, I don't think they would lose their subscription.
They're gonna get kicked out, and these motherfuckers gonna be like, we can find this shit on the internet, dog. So you might want to just leave it be. But that's just me.
I think ultimately we're all going to go back to appointment TV because the subscriptions aren't going to be able to keep up with it. And again, appointment TV and secrecy of episodes was the only reason why we were paying those exorbitant cable bills in the first place. So it's just going to revert back to some version of what we had before. Just give it time.
And you can give us time too at TruVuePodcast.com, where you can like, subscribe, share, and comment to help us defeat that all-powerful algorithm trying to hold a black pod down. Thank you for riding with us over there at the YouTube. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, that bell for notifications, and a thumbs up. Leave us a comment because we do respond. And drop something in there that you want us to review, because we here at the TruVue Podcast know that your time is very precious. So why waste it watching bullshit? You drop us a review. We'll review it. We're going to give y'all the true view on it. Let y'all know if you should like it, hate it, love it, or whatever you want to do with it. But be sure to leave us a thumbs up for that. You know what I'm saying? TruVue Podcast, TruVue Podcast. Thank you.
Man, loving the energy. I am hyphen X, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us here at TruVue. Like, do everything that Mel said, and go ahead, shop me on in your Google there. Type in Dinez hyphen X Cochran. That's D as in delightful, E as in excellent, N as in nice, E as in exciting, 2 Z's like zebra. Cochran, Cochran. Go ahead, purchase one of those books, support the cause, and also be on the lookout for my new book, inspired by Freaky J himself.
You really have to stop telling people
black
this.
people.
You really have to stop telling people this. Like, I had nothing to do with it. Yo, I had nothing to do with this. I don't know what he's talking about.
TruVue
My name is
Podcast.
Jay. My name is Jay. Okay, I partake.
Appreciate
I don't
you,
know
brother.
what he's talking about. I had nothing to do with it,
brother.
Leave me out of it,
man. Hey, with that,
I was just at a barbecue. You heard?
Y'all be sure to go over to Zoe Mixed It. Y'all check out my man Zoe for all of your mixing needs. Anything that you need, he can drop you. He can give you a jingle, an intro on your podcast. He can, you need a beat to lay down some tracks. He got you, man. Zoe Mixed that shit. You know what I'm saying? All right. And with that said, you know what we always say here at the TruVue Podcast.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
What?
Hey, got you all in check.
Y'all.
We don't own the rights to none of that. None of it. None of it. This is gonna fucking like kill.
I doubt they do either. They ain't make no money on Wu-Wear shit.
God damn.
Man, go watch some shit.
Oh,
TruVue Podcast.
A bunch of different views.
Your boys keep it real, man. I really like listening to them, man. They funny. Yeah.
Son. You know what I'm saying? They really speak their truth.
What the hell was that?